Let's go. First impressions for Skeleton Knight in Another World. Now, I was excited when I saw the trailer. Now, I'm going to warn you right off the bat because I fucking wish I had a warning. So, the very first thing when you start the first episode is a rape scene. Just, there's no build up. It's just right there, girl getting her clothes ripped off, and you know exactly what's going to happen next. And then, the thing that made me want to go real quick was that as that's happening, like literally not a second in, this is happening, is the viewer discretion advised bullshit message, and I was just like, motherfucker, at least Goblin Slayer gave us some build up to this. It happened before, not during the thing you were warning me about is occurring. So right then, I was just like, okay, I want to hit somebody. So, fuck whoever decided that was a good idea. I hate rape scenes so much in anime. Okay, so there's that. And then, so there's that thing, and then it's fucking bandits with some character and her maid, and they don't end up getting raped, but obviously we know they weren't trying to steal the clothes. We know what's happening there. I don't know what this is. I deal with things weirdly. Anyway, so yeah, there's literally that. So that was right away I was like, okay, I'm very tempted to just be like, nope, fuck it, bye. But I watched the episode, glad I did, but I really not cool, whoever was in charge of that. I'm not against rape being talked about. It needs to be talked about. You can't really avoid it. But, if you're going to give me a warning message, give me ample time to actually read that fucking message, at least, before the thing you were warning me of is occurring on screen. There was no 1, 2, 3, okay. It was literally like, girl screaming, image, viewer discussion is advised. Or whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? Just generic, may not be suitable for certain audiences. They never tell you exactly what isn't suitable. Like, I wish there were more descriptive, like, hey, you're gonna see this stuff in this show. Be warned. In this episode, it's going to feature be warned. And, yeah, no. I never thought I'd be like, oh, well, at least Goblin Slayer. Still dreading the return of that. Anyway, so there's that, and then we get taken away to our main character, and he is, well, I don't know how to describe this guy. He's literally just a skeleton knight with some badass looking armor. Generic plotline. It's another world. A guy doesn't really know how he got there or why he's there. We don't even get the generic isekai kun look. Like, it's literally just him as in his armor, and then him being like, oh, this is, what the fuck is going on here? This is pretty cool. What's going on? So he just adapts very quickly. Like, how quickly he adapts kind of reminds me of Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody with God. I feel like I throw that name in any time I can. But, like, he's not one of the, I need to go home. He's like, oh, what is going on? Am I dreaming? Is this real? I don't give a fuck. Let's just enjoy this. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, how that went. And yeah, so we're taken away from that oh so fun scene of not so fun rapey rape time. And I need to cope, okay? I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit like, okay, no, little traumatized, teeny bit traumatized from seeing that. Okay, thank you. No, let's not do that. It's not cool, man. Okay. I'm irritated. Can you tell me a little bit, like it's still just a little bit inside from that scene. Okay. Deep breath, calm down. Okay. So yeah, him basically just, I don't know how to describe it because it's very generic. Like, it's no like, this is my backstory and this is how I got here. It's just like, oh, I recognize this armor. Okay, this is my character from so-and-so. Okay, I'm in a fantasy world. Gotcha. Like, it's literally like, no real backstory, just very quick that we're an isekai cut. Now, what I can describe for you, because it's really hard to say things, because again, this is the first episode, and it kind of went very quickly. Like, it was like shock, and then just generic, I'm in a game, or another world, I guess, plotline so far, and then, yeah. So, what this reminded me of immediately is one of my favorite anime, Overlord. And what it reminds me of most is if you've watched Overlord, our main character is Momonga, or as he renames himself later on, Ainzolgaon. And he has two personas. He has Momonga, who's kind of like the real him, his inner voice, and then you have kind of like the Ainzolgaon, who is this Overlord image he's portraying to the monsters in his party, essentially. And like it kind of reminds me a lot of like the inner mind of Ainz, where you have like Ainz being like, yes, this is my evil plan. And then the inside of him, like, what plan, what's going, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's very much like that. Just, I feel like we're going to have that inner voice all the time with this character. Does that make sense? Like, so I'm very interested in this. I'm very excited. I really, really like the show. Again, I really did have to be like, okay, just hope this is a one-off thing that they, I don't know why they fucking thought that was a good idea. That was stupid. And then, okay, now we're getting into some fun times. Okay. So I think it's worth a watch. Just if you are going to watch this and you are sensitive to that, just be aware that it's literally a second in and it's happening. There's no warning. You don't get a chance to read the message. It's happening and the message pops up as it's happening. You get no introduction whatsoever. It's just happening. So I need you to understand that. If that triggers you, skip the first like minute or so, I think. It might be a little bit longer than that. I don't know exactly how long it lasts, and then they do come back to it and kind of replay some of the scene. But the only good thing after that happens is that, one, they do not get raped. The clothes are being torn off. You don't see any hoo-has or tatas, whatever you want to say. But, yeah, where was I going with this? Like, literally, my mind is just like, no, delete that memory, you don't need it, it's gone, goodbye. Nope, that memory's gone. I have no idea what the fuck I was trying to say. Any thought I had right there was just, nope. Bye-bye. Don't need it. Anyway, so yeah, just be warned for that. I do think it's going to be a fun show. I'm hoping they're not going to pull any more whatever the fuck that was at the beginning. But, like, at least in Goblin Slayer, like, it was horrible, but at least it had the bonus of at least setting up how dire things were, despite the fact, like, the world is literally, like, this demon lord or whatever. It's been a while since I watched it. But there's, like, this big baddie in the background. And, of course, you know, the hero part or whatever. However, in Goblin Slayer, he is not the hero. This is not the be-all, end-all boss. It's a useless trash mob, essentially. But, however, this still has devastating effects on the locale. So there's at least that. So it was driving home more of the horror, where this just felt like they didn't do that. Like, it's still inexcusable, but at least there felt like there was a slight reason to show you the shock horror value of it. And Goblin Slayer, like, there was a point to show you that this isn't just for ooh scary spooky oh no shock value. It was like, no, this is how fucked up this world is, get ready. Where this just felt like I don't know what that was. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still processing. I'm still angry. I'm still like, why? Anyway, the rest of the show looks fun. I can already tell I'm going to enjoy it. Just, you gotta get past the first part. And hopefully, I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. No idea. I lost track there. So yes, it is worth a watch. Just, please be aware of that. Brace yourself. Maybe skip a bit. I would tell you how exactly long it is that you need to skip. I don't know. And to be perfectly honest, I don't want to go back and like, let's count the minutes of how long this fucking scene that traumatized me a little bit lasted. I don't want to, no. I'm probably going to skip a couple minutes ahead the next time I rewatch this episode. But anyway, the show's worth it. I'm hoping. So far, it looks fun. It looks like we're going to do some have some fun adventures. Our main character is going. His character, I guess, was called Ark, or the game he was playing was called Ark. So now he's calling himself Ark. We don't even get a hey, my name is so and so. I was a general salaryman in Japan. Or like, no, we don't get any of that. We don't get his real name, what he was doing beforehand. Just, I fell asleep during work. This is my character from so and so. I recognize this armor. Am I in the game? Am I dreaming? Is it real? I don't fucking care. Let's just go. It's kind of the whole plot we have so far. So if you're up for that ride, I would suggest trying it. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Goodbye. I'm sorry, this video was so shit. Like, I knew what I was going to say, and then as soon as I started recording, I don't know what happened. I don't. Yeah. There's other shows that I watched the first episode, but I don't really have anything to say, so I don't know if I'm going to do a first impression for them. Like, I just watched, what was it? Oh, was it like Dawn of the Witch's Staff or fucking something? This is Crunchyroll, by the way. I forgot to say that. The witch one or whatever, and this one are both on Crunchyroll. That one I don't really have anything to say. At least, not yet. I'm sorry, this whole thing is basically just me ranting. Anyway, I am going to keep watching this one. And I hope my warning you will take seriously, because I'm not joking or exaggerating. Like, oh, it lasted like forever, man. Like, no, like literally a second in. Like, literally, Goblin Slayer gave you more time to prepare for this shit. That's like my benchmark for traumatic rape things now. Is what did Goblin Slayer do? Goblin. Where did Goblin Slayer? I gerbled and Goblin didn't. I need to fucking leave. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, bye.